What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. Yesterday on the VIP, we did hit another 4-man entry right here for 8.5x, which is always great to see there. Call of Duty correlation goes under together, and then a soccer correlation, really beautiful correlation here, you guys. I took a San Diego player to go over, Austin player to go under, and this team pretty much had like 75 to 80% possession this game, so they possessed the ball, I guess 75% of the game, right? So that means that this guy's going to get a ton of passes, and this guy on the Austin team is not going to get many passes at all because his team only possessed the ball for maybe 25 minutes of the game in total of a 90-minute game. So very correlated together. Glad to see this hit here, but we got so close to having a 2 or even 3 4-man 9x, 9.5x type day, you guys. You guys can see these two entries. This one missed by 1 kill, you guys. 0.5 kills, actually. This guy got one final kill in the last round of the game. This would have been a really nice entry to hit right here. We had the unders hit really easily the other day, and then we had the Valorant correlation that just barely could not come through for us, and that would have been a huge 9.5x. And then right next to it right here this morning, wake up to another one just missing by 0.5, which is just crazy once again. Counter-Strike unders hit very easily, and then League of Legends unders, this guy needed to get just one less kill, and he could not do it. So unfortunate there, obviously. Like we could have had a day where we have 2 or 3 of these at least, as you guys can see. This was actually another one too that I forgot to talk about. If this guy, it wouldn't have been, just with the benefit of the doubt, this guy, if he gets 3, it would have pushed. So I guess this would have been maybe more like a 2.5x or something. So nothing crazy, but again, just misses by 0.5 here. Yeah, so overall, you guys, it was pretty much like a break-even day, and I can show you that in the Excel sheet. But obviously we could have went up 9 units easily if one of these would have hit right here. We did cash this 2-man right here pretty much right after I sent out the video yesterday, so that's good to see. And then Nick Clifford, unfortunately, really what happened with Nick Clifford is he got so many steals and blocks, and if you guys don't know about fantasy score, each steal and block is 3 fantasy score, so I think he got 4 of them in total. I think he got 2 steals, 2 blocks, maybe 2 blocks and 1 steal, something like that. So he got in between 9 to 12 fantasy score just from steals and blocks alone, which I can almost guarantee that he was not expected to get 3 of them. So really unfortunate there, because I was actually going to send out his rebound line at 9.5 under, and it got bumped right before I released the video, so I had to redo it and make another pick. Also, his points and assist line I liked under too, and that got 28 when his line was, I think, 29.5. So either of those, if I would have chosen them, it would have hit. So we got so close here. Just like, I don't know, these NBA and college basketball plays, they're just like so close to hitting, but just something will always happen. So it's been unfortunate, but overall, I like the play. The fact that I think he got either 3, I know we got at least 3, but maybe even 4 steals and blocks, and that's kind of what took him over. That's just unfortunate there. I really didn't even consider that to be a factor there. And then this was the other play of the day. Mark Sears, he didn't get it done. He only got 12 points right here. This was obviously the discount that didn't hit for anyone. And then the play of the day that I also sent out was this guy here. Like I said yesterday, I called him QJ, and I said that he normally gets 4 or more kills whenever he wins the game, and they're like minus 175 favorites, and they end up losing the game. Okay, so RNG ends up losing to this up team, and they end up losing the game, so he only gets 1 kill there. So it was likely for them to win the game. They're minus 175 favorites, so if you guys know, minus 175 pretty much means like you're pretty likely to win the game. And like I said, every game he's won, he's never gone under this line, but unfortunately he did lose the game. So again, don't hate the pick. Like, these League of Legends plays have just been on, like super on recently, especially with these discounts, like I said yesterday. And then kind of rounding out some of these losses, this was an opposite correlation, thing here where it goes 0-4, which, I always talk about when plays go 0-4. I know you can look at it and be like, oh, everything went red together, but look how correlated this is, you guys. I took the overs here. These guys went way under. This up team was on something. Like this game right here, this team's called Thunder Talk. This team was like minus 350 favorites or something to go into this game. They ended up getting destroyed by this up team. So I kept taking these up guys to go under, and they just ended up going over. They had really good games overall, so you got to hand it to them there. But again, the odds were in our favor, so to speak. But I took these guys over. You guys can see that their line was way higher, signifying that they were favored in this game, right? These guys' line was 9. These guys' line right here is 6, but these guys end up getting a ton of kills. These guys get no kills at all, which is really crazy. That's a huge upset. And then I take the overs in Valorant, and the unders hit because of it's correlated based off a game link, similar to hitting this 2-man here. So if you guys don't know, I do a lot of correlation on this channel. And then going over the performance of yesterday, yesterday, like I said, it was just about break even. I think maybe we went down like 1 unit or something. So if I find the 23rd, which was yesterday, highlight all of that, you guys can see that we go down 0.75 units. Okay, so we go down 0.75 units overall. You know, obviously it's not that big of a deal just because we had so many opportunities to hit a 8x or 9x entry. And if we just hit one of those, that would have sent us up 7 or 8 units just overnight, right? So at the end of the day, I said this a couple videos ago, but I'll always take a -1 unit day when we had so many opportunities to hit the 4-man, because the 4-mans are really where we take huge strides in the gains of the units right here. So if you guys don't know, everything is tracked on this channel. I try to be very, very transparent with my bets. As you guys saw, we had an okay day, but not the best day in the world. I'm going to show the losses, going to show the wins too. In 2025 so far, you guys, we're up about 135, 136 units so far in 2025. We're about 2.5 months in, so that's great to see there. January went up 20 units, February went up close to 100 units, and then March so far we are up just about 24 units. And that's having kind of a bad start to March, or kind of bad middle of March right here. We went down about 10 units, and now we already are climbed all the way back, so that's great to see there. If you guys don't know, the start of the year, we absolutely crushed it, went up like 50 units, and then had one of our worst loss streaks ever, going down maybe like 35 or 40 units. And then February obviously just crushed it and go up pretty much 100 units. And this is a graph that is going to be a lot more long-term right here. So this is the past 10 months of my VIP. Unfortunately, I had to stop tracking it with this app on, I think it was like March 10th or something. So I switched to the spreadsheet now. But this is pretty much since May of last year to March of this year. So the past 10 months, this is over, close to 3,000 bets, and we're up close to 600 units so far in the past 10 months. So that's going back to last summer. That's going to NFL season, college football season, going into playoff season there, and then after even the Super Bowl ended and stuff like that. How amazing we have done. We have never had a losing month on this channel. And November we went up 100 units. February we go up 100 units. So we are very, very profitable bettors, and it's because of the correlation strategy that I kind of showed you guys earlier in some of these plays right here, right? So Call of Duty, very correlated. As I explained, soccer, very correlated, right? One team's going to have a lot of passes, the other team's not going to have a lot of passes. So you want to try to play things that make sense together, right? You want to try to play picks that make sense together. And if you're not doing that, you're kind of at a disadvantage, right? And you gotta find every advantage you can to beat PrizePicks, because PrizePicks pretty smart. They take a lot of money from people, so you gotta be in the fight. You gotta try to win versus PrizePicks whatever way you can. So if you're interested in that, if you like to profit, I guess, making money sports betting, if you understand kind of what I'm talking about with correlation, I'll kind of get into it maybe a little bit more today, but I have a lot of videos, pretty much every video on this channel, talking about correlation, how my strategy in betting. And like I said, that betting strategy has gone up 600 units over the past 10 months. All you guys have to do is text me the word WANNA to my number right here. And once you do that, I will get you guys the instructions to sign up for WANNA Parlay. All you'll have to do is take a $10 bet on WANNA Parlay. It'll help me out. It'll also help you out because it'll probably take maybe 5 to 10 minutes of your time. Once you do that, I will get you guys 2 free months of the VIP. It's just a code that you'll put in. And once you put that into the VIP, you will get 60 days free of the VIP. So huge thing to do there. Again, we're about 2.5 months into 2025 so far, and we are up 135 units. So that would be more than $1,300 if you were a $10 bettor. Okay, so if 5-10 minutes of your time, $10 into WANNA Parlay, into a pick, and then flipping that into $1,300 potentially is a huge value proposition to you guys. So again, if your state is right here in the yellow, please text me right here, WANNA, to this number. This is my personal number. I'll text you guys back pretty quickly, probably in the next like 5 to 10 minutes. And pretty much while you're watching this video, I would just text me right now and I'll get back to you. And if you are not in this state, if you're not in this yellow state, I will likely have another app for you guys to sign up for. So not all luck is lost if you don't live in one of these yellow states. Still text me. I'll have some apps, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Better, Bovada. There's a lot of apps that I can get you guys signed up for, and it'll help, like I said, it helps me out, it helps this channel out, me to provide you picks, and then it'll also help you guys out because you guys will get a month or 2 free of the VIP. All right, so let's get into the pick of the day. I just got one pick for you guys today. I honestly, not much. There's no college basketball going on today. I think their games start either Thursday or Friday. NBA, kind of good. There's some good value on the board for sure. And then there is no real Valorant or Counter-Strike lines out tonight, which is probably the other pick what I would have sent out. But I do really like this play here, you guys. So we do have Josh Giddey to go over 35.5 PRA. As you guys can see, this is his last 10 games. This is what I really like. You guys can see all the green here. What I really like is he is averaging 41. Okay, so his average is 41 through 10 games. The one time he missed was versus the Pacers at 34. So he gets really close, right? He just pretty much needs one more 2-pointer and he would have went over. And then he actually comes back and plays the Pacers 8 days later, and he puts up 43 PRA in just 27 minutes. Okay, so he doesn't really matter what matchup it is. It doesn't matter what time it is. He's going to do his thing. He's going to get over this PRA. And you guys can see just how consistent he is. Look, he puts up like 19 to, he has 29 points in this game, but I'll just say 19 to like 25 points. He puts up like 8 to maybe 12 rebounds, and then he puts up anywhere from like 6 to 10 to 12 assists, right? So very, very consistent with all these totals here. And that's what you like to see when you're betting on PRA, right? Because every point, every rebound, every assist is going to matter in here. So I really think this is way too low. I think this should probably be like 37.5 or something. They also have AO out, and they have Lonzo Ball out too. So he's probably going to be running the court a lot. And they kind of have like an interesting offense going right now, but it's really working for him. So that's going to be the first play. Josh Giddey, as you guys can see, he has 9 out of his last 10. And the time that he did miss, it's just, he barely missed, right? It was just a 2-pointer or free throws could have sent him over, right? And then the second play is going to be wnba plus leave to go over 8.5 map 1 kills, NIP versus FPX. So again, I'm going to hop into PrizePicks, show you guys the correct line here. Again, get Giddey in as to finish out the 2-man, and then just type in the word leave, I guess is what is leave or wnba. And I would go right here to 8.5 versus FPX. Okay, like I said, don't take this line at 6, don't take this line at 8.5, take this line at 8.5 right here over. They are like minus 500 favorites. So if you guys I don't know, you guys probably don't know, but NIP, pretty much the best team in China in League of Legends. They are top of the bracket. FPX is like a bottom 2 team, okay? So there's probably like 15, maybe like 12, 15 teams. NIP is top 2. This team right here is bottom 2, and they're like minus 500 favorites, okay? So a lot of times when they win these games, Leave, especially the bot laner, he'll get like 8, 9, 10 kills in these games, okay? And if wnba can just do his thing and get maybe 2, 3 kills, 4 kills, that'll be supplemental to that too. I do really like the combo here just because there are some games that Leave will maybe only get like 3 kills, but wnba is the one that then will pop off and get like 7 or 8 kills, okay? So these guys kind of go hand in hand. If one doesn't do so good, the other will do really well. If the other doesn't do so well, then the other will do really well. So I do really like the combo here, just kind of evens out the luck factor of things. And this team is like, I don't want to say guaranteed to win, but they have a very, very high likelihood of winning. And if you guys know anything about League of Legends, the winning team is going to get a lot of kills, right? They're going to get kills. They're going to get all the buffs, all the gold, all the everything, right? They're going to take everything on the map, and they're going to get all the kills. And again, there's no better team to win this game than NIP versus FPX, because FPX, not a very good team in China, and NIP is pretty much the best, if not second best team in China right here. All right, so that is going to be the play of the day right here. Again, make sure to take it versus FPX, or you will be getting the wrong play, right? So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, text me the word WANA to this number, and I'll get you guys 2 free months of the VIP. Again, if you're in the VIP, if you signed up for Vivid, if you signed up for Parlay Play in the past, whatever you've signed up for, you can still sign up for WANA, and you'll get 2 free months added onto your subscription. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.